The rain hadn't stopped for 3 days when Elias Thornwood received the letter. The envelope was yellowed, the ink smeared with time. No return address, no postage. Just his name, printed in bold black strokes, almost carved into the paper. He didn't remember anyone ever calling him back to the place he'd spent 20 years trying to forget. But the letter changed everything. Return to Black Hollow. Your blood calls you back. You were never meant to leave. It had been 22 years since Elias last saw the winding roads of the Appalachian borderlands, the mist-choked forests, and the crooked hills that cradled the town like the ribs of a dead god. Black Hollow, a place where silence hung like a noose and secrets festered in the roots of the earth. His father disappeared there. His mother lost her mind, and Elias had run far. But now something had followed. Driving through the mountain passes felt like tunneling through an old memory. Every curve of the road felt familiar in a sickening way. Black trees stretched overhead, blotting out the sky. The deeper Elias drove, the more the world seemed to press in on him. The signal on his phone died miles before he saw the first rotting wooden sign. Welcome to Black Hollow. Population? The town looked frozen in time. The same gas station, long closed, the diner with boarded windows, and Thornwood House at the top of the hill, staring down at the town like a judge. It hadn't changed. Not really. The paint had peeled, the porch sagged, but it was the same haunted mansion his father built with blood money and bad dreams. And it was waiting. The door creaked open as Elias touched the handle. It wasn't locked. 1. The inside smelled of old paper, mold, and something metallic, like rust or dried blood. Dust coated everything. But there were footprints, small ones, leading from the foyer into the dark hallway. Elias followed them with a flashlight. They ended at the library door, slightly ajar. He pushed it open. A fire had been lit in the hearth, fresh, still burning. A shape moved in the corner. He froze. "You came," said a voice like wind through bones. No one was there, just a rocking chair, moving. Over the next few days, Elias found more letters, hidden under floorboards, inside books, even tucked in his old bed frame. Each one was written in the same hand. Each one spoke of rituals, of inheritance, of a bloodline cursed by the Hollow. His father had written them. But they weren't meant for Elias. They were meant for the Hollowed One. Who that was, he didn't know, yet. His dreams turned strange. The house whispered at night. He heard his mother crying in the attic, though she'd been dead for years, and outside in the woods, figures moved in the fog. He met them first at the old church, burned out. Just bones of stone and soot. A girl with white eyes, a man with no face, and a voice that said, "You are not whole. Not yet." They vanished in daylight. In town, people pretended not to see him. Those who remembered him looked away. Only old Marla, the witch woman who lived by the river, would speak to him. "Your father cracked the veil. He dug too deep into the hollow. It took him. Now it wants you." Guided by the letters, Elias found the entrance to the hollow beneath the house. Behind a bookshelf, down a spiral staircase, into the dark. There, the world changed. Tunnels carved in bone, walls that pulsed, shadows that watched. The hollow wasn't a place. It was alive. At the center, he found an altar, and upon it, a book bound in something that breathed. Inside, the Thornwood family tree. Every name scratched out, except his. And another, the Hollowed One. A room full of mirrors reflected everything except Elias. In their place, he saw himself as a child, being led by his father into the woods. The ritual, the chant, the cut, he had forgotten, or the hollow had made him forget. "You were marked. You are the vessel." The reflections smiled and bled. The town turned against him, or revealed what they had always been. No one in Black Hollow was untouched by the curse. They had lived in the shadow of the hollow for generations. And now it wanted Elias to fulfill the pact, to become the bridge between worlds, to open the gate. Elias burned the book, but it screamed. He tried to flee, but the roads twisted back to the house. Time bent. Days became hours. Night never ended. The final letter appeared on his pillow. You cannot kill what you are. Come below. Elias descended one last time. The altar waited. So did the voices. They offered a choice: become the vessel, or let the hollow consume all. He resisted. The house bled. The walls cracked. The ground shook. The spirits of his family screamed in rage or joy. He made his choice. He became the hollowed one. Black Hollow sleeps again. The fog is thicker. The people speak in whispers. In the house on the hill, a light glows at night, and in the woods, something watches, waiting.